In this tutorial, I am going to explain the set data structure in the Python. So before watching this video, please subscribe to my channel Learn with Lakineni to get continuous updates from my channel. So in the previous videos, I have explained the tuple data structure, list data structure, list comprehensions in Python. So in continuation to those, in this video, I am going to explain you about what are the set objects and how to create the set objects, what are the methods available in this set objects. So all these things will be explained in this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel Learn with Lakineni to get more updates from our channel. In this video, I am going to explain you what is a set data structure in Python. In the previous videos, I have explained what is a list data structure and operations of the list data structure and various methods in list data structure. Similarly, I have explained what is a list comprehension. And also we have discussed what is a tuple and how to access the elements in the tuple and various methods linked with the tuple. In this video, I am going to explain the complete details of set data structure. Usually, in our school days, we have learnt what is a set in our mathematics. What is a set? A set is a group of values, a group of elements. Here also we are defining the same definition. If you want to represent a group of unique values as a single entity, then we should go for sets. A set means a group of unique elements. Those unique elements may be any kind, but elements should be unique. So if you want to represent a group of unique values as a single entity, then we should go for set. Simply, a group of unique values as a single entity, then we should go for set. Set data structure. Set does not allow duplicates. In list, duplicates are allowed. In tuple, duplicates are allowed. But whereas when it comes to the set, duplicate elements are not allowed. That means duplicate objects within a set are not allowed. In the set, there is no insertion order. That means insertion order is not preserved. But we can sort the elements. If you want to sort the elements, you can sort them. But if you are inserting the elements into the set, we cannot give guarantee that the elements are inserted in the given order. That means set does not support insertion order. That means insertion order is not preserved. But if you want to sort the elements, we can happily sort the elements in the set. In the same manner, indexing, slicing are not allowed in this set. We can do indexing and slicing operations in lists. We can do indexing and slicing operations in tuples. But whereas when it comes to this set, you cannot perform indexing and slicing operations on a set object. So set does not preserve the insertion order. Set won't allow the duplicate elements. Set does not follow or allow indexing and slicing operations. Heterogeneous elements are allowed. That means you can store different types of elements in a set. That is, heterogeneous elements are allowed in the set. But the elements should be unique. Then only heterogeneous elements are allowed. Set are mutable. The objects in the set are mutable. Set objects are mutable. That means once we create set object, we can perform any changes in that object based on the requirement. Once we have defined the set object, if you want to do modifications in those objects, then you can perform any changes in that object based on our requirement. So set objects are mutable. We can represent set elements within curly braces and with a comma separation. Suppose if you want to represent three elements, here I am representing S is equal to 1, 2, 3. So the elements are represented in the set with curly braces. In the curly braces, the elements are separated with a comma. So this is what is called a set. So we can represent the set elements within the curly braces and with a comma separation. And also, so we can apply the mathematical operations like union, intersection, difference on the set objects. So this is the basic introduction about a set data structure. A set means if you want to keep unique values as a group, you can apply set object. Set does not allow duplicates. Insertion order is not preserved. But if you want to keep the elements in the sorting order, yes, we can keep the elements in the sorting order. Indexing and slicing is not at all allowed for the set objects. If you want to keep heterogeneous elements, then you can keep in the set. Set objects are mutable. That means you can modify the objects once it is created based on the requirements. We can represent set elements within curly braces and the elements are separated with a comma separation. We can also apply mathematical operations like union, intersection, difference on the set objects. So we will create a set object. We will create a set object like this. S is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. What is this? This is a set object. In this similar fashion, you can create an empty set with set and open brace, closure brace. So this is the way of creating an empty set. Set, open brace, closure brace. This indicates you are creating an empty set. So we will go with examples so that you will understand what is a set and how to access the elements from the set and what are the different methods are linked with the set. So if you want to create an empty set can be created like this. An empty set will be created like this. Suppose if you want to know print type of S. It is saying that you have taken the set S. It is a set object is created. Class set. So this is the way of creating an empty set. An empty set. Suppose if you want to create a set with elements, you can create the set with elements S is equal to within curly braces 10, 20, 30, 40. If you print S, you can see so the elements are printed. So I already explained that insertion order is not preserved. We don't know how the elements are stored in the set. So that's why you don't have any indexing or slicing operations in the set. Here I have given 10, 20, 30, 40. Now if I print S, now you can see how the elements are 40, 10, 20, 30. They are not in the same order which I have given at the time of creation. At the time of set creation, I have given the elements in this order. But when I am going to print S, elements comes in this order. That means insertion order is not preserved. So the main important information about the set is it does not preserve the insertion order. Similarly, if you want to suppose here I have given a set S1 is equal to 10, 20, 10, 34, 45, 20. Now here I am printing S1. Usually we thought that how many elements are there in this set S1? How many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you want to print S, you will feel that all 6 elements will be printed. All 6 elements will be printed because there are 6 elements in the set. So now if you want to print S, you are getting only 4 elements. We are getting only 4 elements. This one, this one, this one and this one. So even though you are giving 6 elements, but it is printing only 4 elements. Why? Because set does not allow duplication. Here 10 is there, here 10 is there. So 10 will be taken one time. Here 20 is there, here 20 is there. 20 will be considered for one time. Remaining elements are 34 and 45. So even though you are giving 6 elements, out of these 6 elements, 4 elements are duplicated. That means 10 comes twice, 20 comes twice. So it shows only one time because set does not allow duplication. We can take any sequence into the set object. Suppose here I have taken L is equal to, here I have taken L is equal to 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30. So these are the elements in my list. Suppose if I write S is equal to set, in the set method, if I pass the list, then it will be accepted. Now if you want to print S, how many elements are printed? Only 4 elements are printed. So this is the list I have created. List allows duplication. Here 10 is there, 10 is there, 20 is there, 20 is there, 40 is there, 40 is there. List allows duplication. So when you pass this set list object into the set, and if you want to print the set, all duplicate elements are removed. So only 10, 20, 30, 40 will be there in the set S. But you cannot give the order of the elements. Any order will come. So if you want to print S, you are getting only 4 elements after eliminating the duplicate elements. So that means you can pass any sequence into the set object. Suppose if I have a string is equal to learn with Lakineni. So this is my string. Suppose if I pass this string to my set S1 is equal to set of S. That means I am passing the string into the set method. Now if you want to print S1, you can see how the elements will be. Here, even though there are so many elements, but it takes only one time. Here L is there, here L is there. 2 times L is presented, but it considers only one time. Here E is there, here E is there, but E will be considered only one time. You cannot give the order. Order will be anything. So here there is a empty character. This is a white space. This white space will be considered. Here also white space is there. There are 2 white spaces. Only one white space is complete. Will be shown because it doesn't allow duplication. Suppose if you take I, here I is there, here I is there, here I is there. In the original string, I presented 3 times. But when it comes to the set, I presented only one time. So after eliminating the duplicate elements, only the unique elements will be shown by the set. So even though you are taking the string, if you pass the string into a set object, set method, then it will eliminate all the duplicate element and all the elements will be shown individually in the set. As I said, suppose any sequence can be passed to the set. Suppose if I write the set of, if I write range of 2 comma 2 comma 10. Now if you print as, you can see 2 comma 10, that means 2 to 9 elements, 2 to 9 elements. So here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 elements are printed. That means I have sent a sequence, into the set method, so that it is creating the set object. If there are any duplicate elements, definitely those duplicate elements will be removed and only one occurrence of the element will be presented in the given set. Now we will see different methods in sets. Suppose I have created a set S is equal to 10, 20, 30. So these are the elements in my set. Suppose if you want to add an extra element after creation of the set, you can add the element into the set by using add method. Here s dot add, I want to add 40. Now if you print, so before I will print s, before adding I will print s, after adding also I will print s. Now you can see before adding how many elements are there? 1, 10, 20, 30. After adding 40, how many elements are there? There are 4 elements are there. So you cannot think that this 40 will be appended or added at the end of the set. So that 40 will be inserted at anywhere in the set. So here I have taken a set. Now I am printing. Here I am adding some extra element into the set by using the method called add. So s dot add 40. This 40 will be added into the set object. Add method always adds a single element into the set. Suppose if I add one more element, add 50. Add s dot add of 50. Now if you print s, so that 50 is added into the set s. So you cannot give guarantee that set always prints the elements in the same order. So when time to time when you are printing the elements from the set, those elements will be interchanged. Those elements places will be changed. Okay. So if you want to add a single element, or if you want to insert a single element into your set, you have to use the set add method. By using add method, you can only insert one element at a time into the set. Similarly, if you want to add multiple elements, suppose I have 40, 50, 60. I want to add these 3 elements at a time into the set. Then you have a special method called as update method. S dot update. In that you can pass the elements. into the update method. Then those elements will be added into the existing set. Now if you want to add multiple elements into the set, you just create a sequence with those elements. Suppose I want to add 60, 70, 80 into the set. Now what I will do? S dot update. There is a method called as update. Set dot update of L. That means those values will be stored in the set S. So S dot update of L. Then if you want to print S, the elements of the list L are at a time added into the existing set S. Now you can see what the elements are there in the list L. The elements in the list are 60, 70, 80, 90. Those elements are randomly inserted into the set. Here 70 is there, here 80 is there, here 60 is there, here 90 is there. Because set does not allow any insertion order. It does not present any insertion order. So this is the way of adding more than one element into the set object. Similarly, suppose if you want to copy the elements of one set into another set. Here, what is your set? This is your set. Suppose when you execute the set S at different times, it will show you the output differently. That means the elements will be jumbled. Suppose again if you execute this, like that, if you go on executing, definitely at some time the elements may be shifted from one place to the another place. Suppose I want to create another copy of the set. So here S1 is equal to S1 dot copy. S1 dot copy. Copy method will copy the elements into the list, the elements into another set. So here S1 is equal to same, S is equal to same. Suppose if you want to print ID of S, and ID of S1, you can see both are not same. S is having its own ID and S1 is having its own ID. Okay, that means copy will create a separate copy. Okay, copy method will create a separate copy of the original set. And also, if you want to remove elements from the set, you have a method called as pop method. By using pop method, you can remove the elements from the list. That means it removes and returns some random element from the set. Suppose if you have a set S, suppose if I write s.pop, then it randomly chosen one element from the set, that is 70, and it is removed permanently from the set, and it is shown as 70. So here randomly one element is picked up and it will be removed from the set and it will be returned to the user. So s.pop will give you 10 as a value. Similarly, if you execute once more pop s.pop, it has randomly selected 40 and that 40 is removed permanently from the set, and that 40 is returned to the user. So this is what the advantage with the pop. It removes, pop is a method which removes and returns some random element from the set. So pop is a method, it removes and returns some random element from the given set. So that is the use with the pop. Suppose if you want to remove a particular element from the set, then you can use a method called as remove. So if I use s.remove, so I want to remove an element, suppose 20 from the given set. So that element will be removed. If you print S, the removed element, initially 20 is there in the set. So after removing, 20 is not presented in the given set. So there is a difference between pop and remove. Pop method randomly chooses one element and that element will be removed permanently from the given set and that element will be returned. But when it comes to the remove also removes the required element, the specified element from the given set, and that element won't be returned. So that is the difference between pop and remove. Pop randomly selects one element and it will be returned to the user. Will remove the specified element. Suppose here I have given s.remove of 20. Here I have given s.remove of 20. That means I want to remove, I have specified, I want to remove the element 20. So s.remove. So this 20 will be permanently removed from the set S. But it doesn't there is the return any removed value. That is the difference between pop and remove methods. Suppose if we want to remove, suppose s dot remove, s dot remove. I want to remove an element 100 which is not there in the existing set, which is not there in the present set, but I want to remove it, s dot remove. So immediately it is saying that key error. It is saying that key error 100. That means 100 element is not there in the given set. So that's why it is showing that key error. So it is not there. How can I remove? That's why it is showing the error. So if the element is there, the element will be removed neatly. But if the element is not there, then it immediately give you an error as key error. There is another method called as discard. There is a method called as discard. So in the what is the problem with the remove? If the element is there in the set, the element will be removed decently. But if the element which you want to delete is not there in the set, it will give you an error. So that is a problem with the remove. So here there is a method called as discard. Suppose if I use s dot discard of 100, it doesn't show any error. It won't show any error because discard is a method like which works like a remove, but even though the required element is not there in the set, it doesn't show any error. That means discard is a method which don't show any error if you want to remove the element which is not there in the set. That means even though the element is not presented in the given set, discard won't give you any error. If the element is there, simply it will be removed. Suppose if you see what are the elements in there, what are the elements there in the set? The elements in the set are 10, 30, 50, 60, 80, 90. Now I want to remove the element 60 by using discard method. S dot discard. Which element I want to remove? I want to remove the element 60. So it is simply removed. Now if you execute again, if you want to print s, that 60 is not presented in the set. That means discard method removes the element from the set because the 60 is already existed. It is removed. If 60 is not there in the set, even though it doesn't show any error. So that is the major difference between discard and remove. If the element is there, remove method will remove the element. If the element is not there, it will show a key error. But when it comes to the discard, if it is there, it will be removed. If it is not there, it won't show any error. So that is the major difference between discard method and remove method in sets. And suppose here, what is our set? Here there are 5 elements in the set. Right now, after removing so many elements, there are 5 elements. Suppose if you use pop operation, suppose if I write pop, so one element will be removed. Again I use pop. One more element is removed. Again use pop. One more element is removed. Again I use s dot pop. Again one element is removed. S dot pop. Again last element is also removed. Now if you print s, that means there are no elements. All elements are popped. So now the s is empty. That means if you want to remove all the elements from the list, from the given set, you can use pop operation. But it takes time to remove all the elements from the given set. There is another method called as clear. There is another method called clear. S dot clear, which clears or removes all objects in the set, in the set, and makes set as empty, set as empty. So this is the advantage with the clear. If you want to clear all the elements in the given set and you want to make the set as an empty set, simply you can write s dot clear, s dot clear. Suppose if I write s is equal to, here I am writing 10, 40, 40, 30, some 20, 50, 33. So these are the elements in the set. Suppose if I write s dot clear, and if you want to print s, there are no elements. All elements are removed from this. Suppose if you print here, suppose if you do here, if you write here, suppose if you want to print s, then here if you want to print s, these elements are printed. After that I have applied s dot clear. After that I am printing s. Now there are no elements in the s. So simply the empty set will be shown like this. You cannot see empty set like this. This is a dictionary. If you want to see the empty set will be like this. Okay. So after clearing all the elements, only set object is there, but there are no elements in the set object. Suppose if here I am creating a set s is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50. Now if I write here I am printing print s. Now again I am using the keyword del s. Again I am printing s. Now you can see here what I am doing. Here I have created a set. Now I want to display the elements of the set. Now I want to delete that set s. Now I want to print that deleted s. Now you can see how the answer will be. Now you can see the output. So what it is saying? Here for this it is printed the set. It has displayed the set. Del s means the set object will be permanently removed from the memory. There is a difference between clear method and del of s. S dot clear means the set, within the set all the objects will be removed, but set object will be live. That means the set object will be in the memory. But if you do del s, delete is a keyword which removes permanently the set object from the memory. So now after deleting s, you are asking to print s. So after deleting s, where is the s? There is no s. That's why name error. That means name s is not defined. Why it is not defined? Because even though it is defined, with the help of del s, the set object is permanently removed from the memory. So if you, after removing, if you want to print s, definitely it will show you an error, name error, that is name s is not defined. So that is the difference between clear and del. Clear clears the elements in the set, but set will be alive. But the del permanently removes the set object from the memory. So even if you want to print it, it will show that object is not existed. So that is the meaning of name s is not defined. Similarly, you can do several mathematical operations on this set. First one is union. Second one is intersection. Next one is set difference. So in our school days, we already know what is a union. What is a union? You can perform union between two or more sets. Then the unique elements from all the sets will be combined into a single set. That is union. What is an intersection? The common elements will be combined. That is called as intersection. Suppose if you take some examples, if you take here x is equal to, the set x is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, and y is equal to y is equal to 30, 40, 50, 60. Now if you want to print, if you want to perform union operation between these two sets, you can write x dot union of y, x dot union of y, x dot union of y. Then you can see the elements from a, x and y, the elements from x and y are union. Here only the unique elements will be present. Here 30 is there, 30 is there. 30 will be presented only one time. Here 40 is there, 40 is there. 40 will be presented one time. So the unique elements from both the sets will be combined. So this is union. How you will perform union? X dot. You will perform union x dot. The method called as union of, you give another set. So the elements from x and y will be you combined by eliminating the duplicate elements. So this is a set union. Similarly, if you want to perform intersection, here you have x and y. Here what I am doing is, here print x dot, the method is intersection, of y. Now you can see, so what are the common elements from these two sets? 40, 50. Here, sorry, 30, 40. Here also 30, 40. These are the two elements which are common to both the sets. So after intersection means combining the common elements. So after intersecting x with y, you are getting the common elements as 40 and 30. 40 and 30 are the common elements if you do the intersection between x and y. So the method is intersection. For union, the method is union. For intersection, the method is intersection. Similarly, we can perform difference. You can perform difference between the sets. Suppose here you have a set x is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, and y is equal to 30, 40, 50 and 60. Now I want to perform x minus y. That means difference, set difference. I want to perform x minus y. What is the meaning of x minus y? Initially, the common elements from both the sets will be cancelled, and what are the elements are left in the set x, those elements will be presented. So that is called as difference. So here this is x and this is y. This is x, this is y. Here x minus y means this part will be printed. This is called as x minus y. This part is x minus y. This part is only x minus y. All common elements will be removed, and the elements left only in x will be printed. Suppose if you do operation between these two, set difference operation between these two sets, you will get 10 and 20 as the output. Suppose here, how do you perform the set difference? X dot difference, difference, difference of y. Now you can see, so what are the elements after difference x difference y? 10 and 20. There is a difference between x minus y and y minus x. Suppose if you perform y minus x, now you can see the common elements are same, 10, 40 and 30. Here 30 and 40. After cancelling the common elements, what are the elements are left with y? Those elements will be printed. Here 50 and 60 will be the output. Suppose for the same example, if you do like this, x dot difference of y of x, then you can see. So what are the elements after differentiation? 50 and 60. 50 and 60 will be given as the output when you do y dot difference of x. So difference is a method which can be applied between the sets. So that means the mathematical operations of set are union, intersection, and set difference. Similarly, you have set symmetric difference. Similarly, you have another method called as symmetric difference. Symmetric difference. What is symmetric difference? Suppose here x is equal to, the elements are 10, 20, 30, 40, and y is equal to 30, 40, 50, 60. So symmetric difference means this 30 will be cancelled, 40 will be cancelled, the common elements will be removed, and the rest of the elements from both the sets will be displayed. That means x symmetric difference will be shown with a cap. So x cap y is equal to the elements left in both the sets. Here in the x 10, 20, in the y 50, 60. So this is the resultant of set difference. That means symmetric difference. So you have a special method called as symmetric difference. Suppose here x dot symmetric underscore difference. Symmetric difference of y. So what happens? After removing the common elements from both the sets, the rest of the elements are printed as a symmetric difference. That means 10, 20, 50 and 60 are presented. So this is what the four major methods, mathematical methods, which you can apply on sets. So one is union, second one is intersection, third one is difference, fourth one is symmetric difference. Similarly, you can perform membership operator. In set. Suppose if you have s is equal to set 10, 20, 30, 40. Suppose if you want to see whether 20 is there in s. So in is a membership operator. If 20 in s, it returns here. Here I have used comma. So yes, true. That means you can apply the membership operator on sets. Here this is my set. Now I am checking whether 20 is there in S. Yes, 20 is there in S. That means 20 in S. You are asking question. Is 20 is there in S? Yes, it is there. So that way it is giving the true as the answer. Suppose if I write 50 in S. The element 50 is not there in the given set. Element 50 is not there in the set. So now you are asking 20 in S. No, 20 is not there in S. So that's why it is giving the output as false. Similarly, another membership operator not in. Suppose if you write 50 not in S, it gives you true. That means 50 is not there in the S. The element 50 is not there in the S. So 50 not, you're asking question that 50 not in S? Yes, 50 is not in S. 50 is not in S. So that's why it is correct. That's why it is showing the output as true. So this is the way of using the membership operators in and not in on the set. So this is the information about what are the set data structure. So a set is a group of elements in which duplicates are not allowed. So set does not preserve the insertion order. Set does not allow indexing or slicing operations. Set allows heterogeneous elements or heterogeneous objects into the set. Sets are mutable. Either you can increase the set, or you can remove the elements from the set, or you can change objects of the set. Similarly, you can perform some mathematical operations like union, intersection, difference, and symmetric difference on the sets. So here I have given the complete information about the set and the methods available with the set and mathematical operations available with the set. So please watch the video again and again, and you please practice it so that it will be more benefit for you. Okay, thank you all for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel Learn with Lakineni if you think my video is useful. So please subscribe to the channel Learn with Lakineni, like it, share it, comment it. Thank you for watching my video.